Hi, I'm Heather Simmons Alexander, and this is my student Jennifer, and we're here today at Alexander Pilates in Durham, North Carolina to talk about Pilates and Pilates basics. Today we're going to look at real basics, so even if you're a person that's never tried Pilates or a person that may have an aggravated back or anything else kind of going on, we're going to keep it really simple and keep our back supported by the floor so you'll be really safe to give these a try. Joseph Pilates believed that if you build a strong core, the rest will follow, and it's really true. If I can create strong abs when I have to sit at my desk for long hours, or if I have to reach for something heavy in my closet, or if I'm going to go to lift up my small child and pick them up with safety in my own body, these core muscles are what makes you do that, or what helps you do that. We're working on the Cadillac today, really for my benefit. It brings my student this much closer to me rather than having to reach all the way down to the floor. It saves my back. Okay, we'll start by lying to the side to lie down. Bring your knees together, bring your top arm to the front, and go ahead and lie down on this shoulder, and then you can roll to your back. We want to protect the back. We want to make sure that if twisting doesn't feel good, that we don't do it to start. We're going to look for a second at your head and neck alignment here. We're going to go ahead, lift your head if you would. I'm going to slide this pillow under and place it down. And that gives you some more length through there. Does that feel better?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
So now what I'd like you to do is walk your fingers toward your toes. So our job in Pilates is to find the muscles that we need to use versus the muscles that we sometimes use. And for a lot of us, those are shoulders and upper back and tension, right? So we're going to walk our fingers away and keep thinking, I've got this nice, long, open collarbone. Great. Bring your knees and feet together to draw the thighs together. And we're going to start by thinking of your powerhouse. Your powerhouse is what Joe Pilates called this area, your tush, your inner thighs. We want to get this all strong to support our back. So the way we're going to find that is you're going to take your two fingers, your index finger and your middle finger, and place them on the fronts of your hip bones and just press slightly down. And we're just going to let our tummy hang out there for a moment. And now we're going to draw our abs up and in. And on the up and in, do you feel that sense of tension? Good. And Jennifer, you didn't do it. You didn't tuck your pelvis, which is awesome. But a lot of folks will try to tip their pelvis. Exactly. You're going to let that go. So at home, if you tip your pelvis, you want to keep your pelvis relaxed. My abs are going to make me stronger. A tucked pelvis won't. We're creating a sling of support. This is your anchor. This is what's way more important than how big this leg moves or anything else. So keeping hold of this, what I'd like you to do is challenge this stability with movement. So we're going to lift this foot ½ an inch off the mat. Pulling the abs up, super. Place the foot down. And now lift this foot. Great. And place it down. Sometimes you might feel when you go to lift one side that the other side kind of goes away and you're like, wait a minute, where'd that go? Right? The goal is to keep it solid on both sides, but that takes practice. Pulling your abs up and in, you're going to float one knee up and place it down. And it can be even smaller. Float a knee up and place it down. And float a knee up and place it down. Pull the abs up and place it down. Good, one more. Place it down. And we call those knee floats. Now we're going to bring one knee to our tummy, give it a hug, and bring this knee in as well and give that leg a hug. The reverse, if you will, of the knee float is a toe tip. So now you're going to place your arms down. You're going to think my abs are up and in, and I'm going to let this leg just barely tip away from me. And now my abs, not just my upper leg, but my abs are going to draw up and draw the knee to me. Pulling in. Good. And now tip this toe down and pull the abs up. Good. And tip a toe down and deepen the abs and tip a toe down and pull it up. Good. Down and pull it up. And down, and pull it up. One more set. And pulling up. We're deepening the abs every time, especially here on the back half of the exercise. Sometimes when my leg goes down, I'm nice and aware, and then when I go to draw it back in, that's even deeper, right? Good. Hug your knees, give your back a stretch there. Great. Place your arms down and place your feet down. Now we're going to look at a thigh strengthener. So we're going to zip our knees and feet together. We're going to get to do a whole body scan here. So you're going to straighten one leg from the knee. Great. So my toes are relaxed. My inner thighs are up and in, are pulling together rather. My abs are up and in, and my chest stays soft. And we're just going to hold this for 8 counts. And then we're going to lower this whole leg 2 inches. Good, holding it there. Draw the abs up. Send the thought of ease to the chest. Good. And as a beginner, you might go back up. You've been doing this a little longer, so you might go back down, right? But we'll stick with the up. Zip together there. Good. Bend the knee and place the leg down. Great. We'll do the second leg. Send that guy up there. Think soft toes. Inner thighs are squeezing together. My tush is tight. My abs are up and in. And my chest is easy. Good. And we're going to hold. And now lower this leg 2 inches. Good. Hold it there. And now pulling the abs up, lift the leg back up, squeezing the thighs together. This is a great leg strengthener on top of being an ab strengthener. If I've got any kind of knee issue going on, I want strong quads. That helps keep that knee on track. Good, go ahead and bend that knee down. Super. Now we're going to draw the legs into the stomach one at a time. It's a little bit nicer to the back. Draw this leg in first, and then go ahead and bring the second leg in as well and give it a hug. And go ahead and relax, Jennifer. Now we're going to look at the 100. It's a breathing exercise. It gets your heart and lungs going. We're going to start by bringing the legs back in. Bring one in first, and now the other. Good. I want you to imagine your abs drawing up and in, just like we felt before when we had our fingers on the front there. As you deepen this feeling, you're going to slowly extend your legs toward the ceiling. And we're going to stay a bent knee today because we're new at this, or newish. So we're going to pull our abs up and in. We're going to reach our arms out, and we're going to keep the reach through our back as we pump. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now you keep going, but what I want you to do is bend your knees more. So if my back doesn't feel so hot, I could always bend my knees more. You could even bend them down into a tabletop position. Good, and inhale through the nose, and exhale. And inhale for 5, and exhale for 5. We do that 10 times. Inhale for 5, and exhale. Last one, and exhale, and gently hug the knees to you. Great, feeling good? Good. Yeah. We've got one more we're going to do. We're going to practice that roll to the side to come to sitting. So go ahead, roll to the side if you would. You're going to let your knees bend, yep, and bring this top arm across you to roll to the side. And then since you're on the table, you can even let your legs hang off the front and push off to sit up. Good. Come onto hands and knees if you would. So your hands will be here and you'll be kneeling. This is a balance exercise. It helps get these tiny muscles that run the length of our spine engaged. And we want those guys online because they're big helpers. We're going to imagine that we're taking what we learned by having the floor behind our back and filling into here. So I'm drawing my abs up and in. I want to imagine I've got a very full glass of water on my low back. Go ahead and walk your hands slightly more under you so they're directly under your shoulders. And now send the thought that the head is lengthening this way. Go ahead, bring the chin down to elongate the back of the neck, and imagine there's a string from the crown of your head reaching you out toward this end of the room. You're pulling your abs up and in, and now you're going to barely lift your left hand off the mat and barely lift your right knee and hold it. And slowly switch sides, pulling the abs up the whole time. Good, and over time you'll hold this longer. Pull the abs up and hold it. Keep it super subtle. And trade. And keep pulling up through here. And relax down. Jennifer, you can just relax there. Great. So if your knees are delicate and they don't care to be bent and knelt upon, just skip that exercise. But we'll see you back here soon for another class.